Happiness is not an ideal of reason, but of imagination. Two things fill the mind with ever-increasing wonder and awe. The more often and the more intensely the mind of thought is drawn to them, the starry heavens above me and the moral law within me. Out of timber so crooked as that from which man is made, nothing entirely straight can be carved. Act in such a way that you treat humanity, whether in your own person or in the person of any other, never merely as a means to an end, but always at the same time as an end. It is not necessary that whilst I live happily, but it is necessary that so long as I live, I should live honorably. Always recognize that human individuals are ends, and do not use them as means to your end. Science is organized knowledge. Wisdom is organized life. Man must be disciplined, for he is by nature raw and wild. I had therefore to remove knowledge in order to make room for belief. Immaturity is the incapacity to use one's intelligence without the guidance of another. It is not possible to conceive anything at all in the world, or even out of it, which can be taken as good without qualification, except a good will. All our knowledge begins with the senses, proceeds then to the understanding, and ends with reason. There is nothing higher than reason. Live your life as though your every act were to become a universal law. It is beyond a doubt that all our knowledge begins with experience. Reason is the activity which mediates between the sensuous and the intellectual life. Always act in such a way that the maxim of your action can be willed as a universal law. Morality is not the doctrine of how we make ourselves happy, but of how we make ourselves worthy of happiness. Even philosophers will praise war as ennobling mankind, forgetting the Greek who said, "War is bad in that it begets more evil than it kills." It is not necessary that I should live, but it is necessary that I should lift my foot when I am going to walk. All thought must, directly or indirectly, by way of certain characters, relate ultimately to intuitions, and therefore, with us, to sensibility, because in no other way can an object be given to us. In law, a man is guilty when he violates the rights of others. In ethics, he is guilty if he only thinks of doing so. All of our reasoning ends in surrender to feeling. Enlightenment is man's emergence from his self-incurred immaturity. Thoughts without content are empty, Intuitions without concepts are blind. All experience of the senses is subject to the concepts of space and time. Happiness is not a destination, it is a journey. Happiness is not tomorrow, it is now. Happiness is not a dependency, it is a decision. Happiness is what you are, not what you have. The mind is the man himself. There can be no doubt that all our knowledge begins with experience. The starry vault of heaven is in truth the open book of cosmic projection. Ingratitude is the essence of vileness. A good will is good not because of what it performs or affects, not by its aptness for the attainment of some proposed end, but simply by virtue of the volition, that is, it is good in itself. It is not enough to do good. One must do it the right way. All representation of the world which is given to us is necessarily subjective. I had to find the moral law within me. All the interests of my reason, speculative as well as practical, combine in the three following questions. What can I know? What ought I to do? What may I hope? The death of dogma is the birth of morality. He who is cruel to animals becomes hard also in his dealings with men. We can judge the heart of a man by his treatment of animals. I can only say that there is such a thing as moral law, and that one ought to follow it without asking where it comes from. It is not the possession of truth, but the success which attends the seeking after it, that enriches the seeker and brings happiness to him. He who is persistent in his ways and ever renewing in his energies may obtain any object he wishes. Freedom is the will to be responsible to ourselves. It is not possible to think without perceiving. All theoretical knowledge of things is only an abstracted representation of things. Only experience has content. The mind can abstract from every determination the possible and think it independently. Only through acknowledgement of the erasure of boundaries, the insight that there is no one to count on, no one who is powerful, can we move from the politics of a given identity to a politics of alliance. All the principles of reason are of avail only when there is no temptation. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and leave a comment. Click the subscribe button to get more videos like this one.